Welcome to the Lighthouse State, the beautiful coastline, as we welcome you inside of Fitzpatrick Stadium in Portland, Maine. Gabriel Fry, Ricky Lopez-Espin. Tonight, forward Madison, who is 6-9-11, taking on the Portland Hearts of Pine, who are 10-5-10 in USL League One play. We take a look first at the standings for the league as we've come to the end of the season. Crucial points on the line.
We have two teams playing for different reasons. For forward Madison, a team that's trying to get into that playoff picture. For Matt Glasser, you won last time against Westchester. Can you continue with that momentum? And for Portland Hearts of Pine, especially playing at Fitzpatrick Stadium, you need this 3 points to continue to put pressure on that top four.
These two have only met one time in the history of the clubs. It was earlier this season, and it was an exciting one. Reliving it, watch this feed down inside and immediately draws the penalty right there on top of the spot. They were able to capitalize early and make it 1-0. It didn't last long, though. We flash forward. This match ended deadlocked. Watch this. Bang! From the left side of the penalty arc, buried that inside of the net to make it 1-1, and that was full time. Let's take a look at the recent form for these two sides. They've both been really good, but obviously Portland doing very well.
Portland Hearts of Pine starting to find their identity and starting to find their form. For Bobby Murphy, their identity is starting to really come into play. On the ball, really expansive, very aggressive, and they're not conceding as much as we saw earlier in the season. For forward Madison, you need to figure things out defensively, so being compact is a top priority for the visiting side.
Key player to watch for the Hearts of Pine, the 31-year-old veteran from Mission, Texas.
Mikey Lopez gives his Portland Hearts of Pine experience, but he also gives them leadership in that central locations, the ability to dictate tempo, slow the game down, but also to break lines with his passing range. Look for him to be a key cog in that central location for Bobby Murphy and the Portland Hearts of Pine.
And the midfielder from New Jersey, Murphy, our player to watch for forward Madison.
John Murphy, you get consistency and you get a leader that's the ability to cover a lot of ground, to win his individual duels. He needs to be massive at taking the game away from Portland, to allowing his players to be expansive and aggressive in searching a result.
The second ever meeting between these two sides. It's the late stages of the USL League One season, and in week 31, these points couldn't be bigger for forward Madison or Portland Hearts of Pine. We'll have the full battle, all of the action as the playoff pressure is on from Portland, Maine when we return at Fitzpatrick Stadium. In Fitzpatrick Stadium, it's a USL League One battle about to kick off between the Portland Hearts of Pine and forward Madison. Today's match presented by Visit Maine. A really good one in store. Glad you're along for the ride with us. Gabriel Fry, Ricky Lopez-Espin. first, the Portland Hearts of Pine. They're running that 4-2-3-1, and Bobby Murphy, the head coach.
Essentially, between Wada, Lopez, and Punandron, they need to do a really good job at understanding when to push the tempo and be a little bit higher. That will allow Washington, Ollie Wright, and Varela to be expansive, to really test this back line of forward Madison. But we talk about that central location for forward Madison, that three in the middle, Murphy, Anking, and Boyce. Boyce look for him to make those runs out of midfield, to really ask questions of Portland Hearts of Pine. Murphy's going to be that single pivot. Anking's going to be the player that's going to be box to box for Matt Glazer.
Should be really exciting. They're running that 3-5-2, and these two very different looks. I talked to Coach Glazer this week, and Coach told us, Ricky, that they're worried about the size of the pitch. You know, this is something that they were concerned about, that they worked on in training, because they are a formation-based club. The way they build their game, this is a big field and a big crowd.
And mentally, how do you deal with this type of environment? You just listen to the crowd here at Fitzpatrick Stadium, thousands in attendance. The first 5 to 10 minutes going to be really important for forward Madison to try to settle themselves into this game and take this sting out of the stadium.
Crucial playoff points on the line. The pivotal point of the season has arrived for these two. The Flamingos are fighting to survive and keep their playoff dream alive. The Portland Hearts of Pine in a very different situation. They want to pocket 3 more as they roll towards the finish line and November 1st. So glad you're with us in Fitzpatrick Stadium for this one. A great battle in store for us. Ricky Lopez has been here with me. I'm Gabriel Schrei, and we're going to play some USL League One soccer. Hearts of Pine starting with this. Great turnout again today. They had almost 6,000 last weekend. Floated long. Trouble potentially, as this is battled away by the Mingos.
Not even a minute in, we just see Portland Hearts of Pine trying to test this back line for forward Madison, who is shifting into 3-back. So Cole Ramos and Mel need to do a really good job at providing coverage off one another, and the rotations within that defensive set, top priority.
Battled off on the touchline by Ollie Wright. Ollie Wright has had a very nice season for the Hearts of Pine. He's going to be a threat today, and just a menace with the ball in his boots.
Ollie Wright continues to get better and better as the season progresses. I had a very good conversation with Bobby Murphy earlier this year about Ollie Wright. Has every single talent in his locker, can do a little bit of everything, but now it's the mental side of the game. His decision making in that final third is going to take him to that next level in his career.
Back underway as this is sent long. Madison can't control initially. They're going to try and knot it through. And blasted away by Portland. Hearts of Pine collect. Walter Varela feeds it through, and it's cut off in front of the 18 by the Wisconsin side. Forward Madison. Gebhardt battled it across. He's a player we'll keep an eye on today. He's been so good this year. Seemingly unstoppable. Portland tees it up in midfield. They'll have to reset. Hearts of Pine roll this long, and forward Madison cuts it off. And no injuries reported this week.
Good sign for both of these coaches. As Portland Hearts of Pine, 3 minutes in, are going to be on the ball. They want to be vertical. They have to find the right amount of balance and not overcommitting themselves and leaving themselves vulnerable, going back the other way. We've seen forward Madison try to play direct early here.
Just based on what the coaches told us this week, you know, what you and I know about these two sides, your impressions on the first couple of minutes. Obviously, Portland likes something. They're trying to test the pressure they can put on that back line. Forward Madison just now starting to get a little bit of possession and try to work forward. What are you expecting today in this first 3/4 of an hour?
So decision making for forward Madison, specifically that back line. We've already seen the high press for Portland Hearts of Pine, so understanding when to play through the press, but also when to bypass it. And for Bobby Murphy and Portland Hearts of Pine, you just want to make this forward Madison side uncomfortable. You want to get at them, you want to cause some chaos, and that is going to be very telling within the first 10 to 15 minutes here.
Shaking up early. That's Bobby Murphy and friends along the field, and a great turnout Standing room only as the hills around the venue have started to fill up. Murphy talked to me about the crowd this week, and he's just so amazed at the turnout and how quickly they've built something that's community focused. And that's what Coach is most proud of. These people have come together. This is a one-minded, in unison motion for Portland Hearts of Pine. The front office of the club, the fans, the staff, and the players all working and moving in one direction with the same mission and, well, to be a little cheesy, the same heart.
Bobby is very open and honest with our conversation, saying Portland, Maine is a city of hard work. Right? That is what everything goes through. That's what everyone is about. So when they look on the field, that is something that our team wants to replicate. And they've done a really good job making it very easy for every single one of these fans in attendance to get behind Portland Hearts of Pine.
Finish line is getting close in this season. Super crucial points on the line. We looked at the table during our pregame. With so few points left available for these two sides, as a former player yourself, Ricky, do you feel the pressure when you're playing? I mean, I know that's an obvious question, but
1,000%. Every single one of these players on this field understands that this is the time where every single point matters, every single decision matters, and the pressure is going to be on. Because if you do not win your individual duels, if you do not do the simple things right, your offseason is going to start a lot earlier than what you would want. So this match here, really important for both of these sides for different reasons.
Think about all the cliches over the year of pro sports coaches, not just soccer, but across professional sports in North America. We don't look at the playoff standings. I feel like the USL coaches have been really open and honest. Yes, we know where we're at on the table and how important it is. Long feed down for the 18 and cut off by the Flamingos. Well played by forward Madison. Ollie Wright digs it away, trying to create, he cuts it to the inside. Nice delivery to the 18 and no call as he goes down. Hammer back from midfield and floated off.
One of the keys here for Portland, you need to dictate tempo. We've talked about wanting to be direct, wanting to be attacking minded, wanting to take the game to forward Madison and compact defensively. For Matt Glazer, a team that has conceded 32 times in 2025, that is going to give you a foundation, especially here in this hostile environment, to try and attack this game, but you cannot concede. So defensively, the top priority.
Long toss for forward Madison as it's knocked back and forth and taken in by Ollie Wright. From the center field circle, chipped across by Wada. Masashi got us started. Here come the Portland Hearts of Pine. Left off 18 for the spot and cleared away. Well played down inside. Jason Ramos cuts to the ball and sends it off intentionally.
Just see how expansive and how explosive Portland is, starting on one side of the field, ending on the other with Varela. You have Wada there. Ollie Wright making that cutback run, but really good positioning in the end through that back three for forward Madison.
Floater down deep in the 18 and flashing the gloves. Too easy for forward Madison. Sent long and lumped on the other end. Playing some pitch and catch. Hunter Morse has had a very nice career so far. He's been a great piece for the Hearts.
Morse is a true leader, not only vocally, but athletically within this back line. Ability to organize Vinberg, Green in front of him. And that center back pairing has done a good job for Bobby Murphy, just continuing to get better.
Morse gathers again. He played collegiately Western Michigan for the Broncos, transferred and finished with the Spartans of Michigan State. Set a lot of records there before FC Cincinnati selected him in the MLS Super Draft. Now making things happen in Maine. He's been great between the sticks. Portland wants to air this out, and they will. Knotted away at midfield. Flamingos trying to control. Forward Madison sees this push through. They'll take possession right back. Nice feed forward from the circle. Dished across. Brown can't hang on to it. This one hammered over the top. Midfield battle, something that I circled on my sheet. Your thoughts on what to expect in midfield? How crucial is it going to be to getting the ball forward?
For forward Madison, everything that they're going to do offensively is going to go through that middle three with Boyce and Anking, the ability to be box to box. We have Murphy as that single pivot connecting the game from back to front. Numerically, you have an advantage in those central locations for Matt Glazer, so that is where this game is going to be won and lost, especially early on. And for Portland, Kun Andron and Mikey Lopez need to do a good job at finding the right amount of balance and not leaving themselves vulnerable in front of your back four.
Forward Madison, a couple of great passes, down into the 18, knocked away, and as the Hearts get to this, the whistle. Here's Coach Glazer down along the sideline. Coach, very matter of fact, formerly with the Monarchs in USL Championship, led Madison to the playoffs last season. And we've really been hammering on it, but possession and data-driven coaching are really where he lives and thrives.
Mike Glazer wants his teams to be very possession-oriented. He wants to build from the back, wants to play in between lines. 10 minutes in, done a really good job of just weathering the storm here and starting to settle in a little bit more for Madison is.
Forward Madison on cue, a lot of vacant space. Brown using the green and looking for some help. Pitched across, he gets it right back. Knitting passes over the top of the turf as it's taken away. Player to watch for Portland, pushes this forward to Wada. Masashi fighting his way down the sideline and emphatic, where's my call? Today's officials are going to be the referee, Mohamed Kalea, Justin Lopez, Adam Cook, your assistant referees, and Andrew Parada, your fourth official.
Over the last 10 games or so for Portland, Wada playing centrally has made a massive difference. The ability to run with the ball at his feet, the ability to require so much attention, which frees up players like Ollie Wright and Varela. That front four starting to form a nice relationship and complement each other extremely well in the final phase of play.
I'm always interested to hear what opposing coaches have to say about the few key players of a team. You know, who do you think? Brian Claben said Masashi Wada way back at the beginning of the season. Texoma, every week it's Masashi is so good at midfield, watch Wada.
Well, he has the ability to beat his individual marker, 1v1 combination play, and with running with the ball at his feet as well, continues to put so much pressure on opponents in their back line.
Ollie Wright tried to flick that through, Brown disrupted. The USL on ESPN2. Tune in tomorrow for a clash of championship teams fighting for playoff life. Eastern Conference, Rhode Island battling to stay above the line, and Western Conference, Las Vegas Lights looking to climb above it. That's tomorrow at 5 p.m. Eastern, all on ESPN2. Rolled through, Brown battles it away deep in the 18, fired from the end line inside, looking to feed that down low. And it's set intentionally over the end line. Great play defensively by the Hearts. They don't allow anything to develop.
Gephardt and Dorado doing a really good job of playing off of one another. Gephardt is taking that next step in his career at being really aggressive and finding that final product in that final third. Good strength to fend off Green. Even good, better positioning in the end for Portland just to drop down and get numbers behind the ball.
This is a Tom's of Maine corner, the first. Forward Madison battered away immediately by Hunter Morse. Tried to put it back. A bit too much sauce as that one skies out of here. Morse will get us started with goal kick as we played over a dozen. Forward Madison has really settled down and they're starting to string together some nice possessions and some chances.
They found the most success forward Madison when they play into Dorado, and he holds up Vinberg and Green, allowing Gephardt to make those runs around the corner. So the balance on the top line starting to come a little bit more involved for forward Madison.
At midfield, and Kalea immediately sounds the whistle. Little hug. It's all right, I forgive you. John Murphy, our player to watch for the Mingos, takes Varela down with him. That's another look.
Really clever turn from Varela. Notice the right peek over his shoulder. Spins around. Murphy's getting caught. It's a good call by our referee.
Hearts, Wada across to Ali Wright. Knifes his way inside and tries to hammer the shot. Deflected and regathered. Portland, little bit of room, floats it for the penalty spot, and it's knocked away. Volleyed out front, retaken. Messer scored last time they were at home. Through and cleared out by the Flamingos. Really great chance comes together for the Hearts. They just can't find that last bit.
On the left-hand side for Portland, Hearts of Pine have a fantastic relationship. Ollie Wright, right footer, always wants to come centrally, which gives Messer the ability to be aggressive on that top line. Two players that are starting to understand the movements of one another. So communication on the other side between Amel and Brown needs to be spot on at passing players off and having that communication.
Floated through and taken down. Pitched over the top, Gab Hart can't get onto it. Hearts playing some keep away. Kamali Green, the Kingston, Jamaica product. Center back to Hunter Morse, he'll get it right back. Green's been great for a long time. Got his start with the Philly Union Academy, and the rest is history. Played at Lock Haven and Temple. All-conference selection in college. Sky downfield, and the Flamingos taken in as we've nearly played a quarter of an hour. Over the top. Portland again with a keep away. Hearts of Pine lose this at midfield. Little battle for it, and Kalea sends it back to Portland. Messer originally from London, England on the throw-in. Masashi tried to go deep into the wing, sent off. Messer will throw in again. Came from the USL Championship side, Rhode Island, where they earned an Eastern Conference title last season. Nathan for the spot, it's pushed off.
Back-to-back actions at Wada's found a nice little pocket of space. Gets the ball in the half turn, and now he has the ability to face forward and break through lines. Just need a little bit more aggressive movement off of Varela, because you only have Washington versus that back five of forward Madison.
Tom's of main corner for Ollie Wright. Sails this over the top and looking for the header, but he can't get onto it. Watch USL Championship in Spanish on 2DN, the nation's leading Spanish language sports network. Detroit City FC takes on Loudoun United on Saturday, October 11th, 4 p.m. Eastern on 2DN. Go to USLChampionship.com for complete USL TV listings. Seen a quarter each way. Lapsley ready to go. Seattle, Washington native, played at UC Davis collegiately before being selected in the Super Draft by the New York Red Bulls. Spent some time with Red Bulls 2 and MLS Next Pro. Played with Union Omaha last season. Brown tries to center that up. The side from the Dairy State, trying to control. Wada. Rejected from the circle. He said that long. I think forward Madison is very happy to just sit back like this. You know, if you're keeping the Hearts from being able to counter, I mean, that's their most productive phase of the game.
That's been good positioning for forward Madison, specifically for the first 20 minutes here, understanding that if you do press high, that leaves real estate in behind, and that's exactly where Portland wants to play this game. They want to be vertical, they want to continue to play in behind your back line, but the positioning and the discipline that we've seen early on in this game. Done a really good job for the visiting side.
How much more difficult is it? You know, you're on the field. Obviously, it's a different look than from up here, up top in the press box. You can see the spacing so much more easily. Even a coach on the sideline can see it more obviously than somebody playing. How difficult is it to go from a small pitch to such a large space to defend and play on?
Big difference.
Big difference.
Right. But with the trainings that you've had throughout the week, through the video sessions, that's something that comes up days before the game, saying, okay, this game is going to be a little bit tighter, so you need to be a little cleaner on the ball. Your decision making needs to be quicker, but also the spacing is going to be a little bit more connected within forward Madison, especially with good move there.
Great play to get this forward from midfield. Madison cutting towards the 18, waves it off, an opportunity, cuts to the inside and fires this. What a finish in the 20th minute. It's 1-0 forward Madison. An absolute golazo for the Flamingos. The Wisconsin side scores their 26th goal of the season. They've come to rely on him. He gets it all done. Watch this scoring chance taken down at midfield. Beautiful play. He's got a huge convoy. Leaves it off. Gebhardt cuts it back and fires it wide. Hunter Morse makes the right move. He's crowded up on the stick. He dives. He's in the right direction. Fully extended. Watch again. He just can't get onto the ball.
It's a fantastic strike from Gebhardt. And it's his movement ahead of the ball. As Villader comes centrally, he peels off and creates a nice little window of space. First touch out of his body, and a fantastic finish to bend it towards that far post to give forward Madison the lead here at Fitzpatrick Stadium.
I'm sure his whole family is in the crowd. He's from Blue Hill, Maine originally. And Gebhardt scores his 10th goal of the season in USL League One play. An electric one as he cuts it back. That is your town and country goal scored by Gebhardt. Played forward. Gebhardt goes down and Kalea with a call.
Shaky for Portland. A little bit rattled. The home side is, if you are forward Madison, you continue to put pressure. You continue to ride this momentum. If you are Hunter Morse, you need to carry this ball up and away, never back centrally. Straight forward into Gebhardt. It's a foul from Mikey Lopez. Left side of your screen comes in extremely late. And what an opportunity this is for forward Madison to double their lead within the first 25 minutes here.
Lopez, the captain, such a crucial piece, suffers his 12th yellow card of the season. Kalea delivers his first of the match. I don't see Lopez as much of a physical player, but I think that'll impact him. Have to be a little more careful now down the stretch.
Discipline, down ground coverage, positioning now for Mikey Lopez, especially with forward Madison having 3 players in that central location. It's going to be a big challenge for the experienced player of Portland Heart to Pine.
Isaac Yanking, the man from Rhode Island, to deliver. He's scored a pair of goals this season and recorded an assist as well. His 11th start for forward Madison. Prime position. Pink side leading 1-0. They would love to extend it to a 2-goal advantage so early. Left, and King fires off the wall. It's loose and cleared away. Forward Madison pitches it deep, immediately sent off by the Hearts. Gebhardt scores, you've got that early lead. How much pressure does that take off when you come into such a loud, wild crowd? You're on the road. You're in such a different situation. Forward Madison, I feel the pressure has reduced from here.
Gives them a little bit more of a breathing room. A little bit more comfortable now for Forward Madison. It's also going to bait Portland to step higher. We saw early in this match trying to play very direct when that front three start to feel any pressure. So knowing that Portland needs a little bit of reaction, if you are Dorado or Gephardt, testing in behind can give you your second goal here to stun everyone at Fitzpatrick Stadium.
Kalea having a stern word with these two. Mohammed waiting for the all clear. Mohammed came from Portland Timbers too. When he started playing with the Hearts, he was on a 25-day contract. Certainly has earned his time as he's getting his 12th start for this side tonight. He'll try again. Forward Madison, great chance, battled through one and rattled off.
It's being really aggressive, Madison is. Stepping a little bit higher, forcing turnovers, a really dangerous set piece as Boyce stands over it to really test Hunter Morris and his back line.
Midfielder from Missouri, 1 goal, 1 assist this season. Toms of Maine corner coming again for the Flamingos. Forward Madison, right off the edge of the 6, loose out front, tries to put it back and now lifted into the air by Portland. Flamingos had a great chance. Loose right in the middle of the area, and Portland does a great job defensively. Lots of bodies back in there, heads up play. Hunter Morse being taken care of by his guys.
Just a bit of hesitation from Anking. You just need to run through it, especially with the amount of traffic in front of Morse. You put it on target, you give yourself a chance. It's been a bit shaky over the last 10 minutes for Portland within their defensive unit.
Forward Madison. Keeping it rolling. It feels like the whole field is slanted down to the right side. All the energy and momentum going that way since the score. They feel like they're playing their game to me all of a sudden.
For Bobby Murphy, you're leaning on experience now. Mikey Lopez on a yellow card, yes, but he needs the ability to take the game away from Forward Madison, take this sting, because it's been all one-way traffic since that goal in favor of the visitors. Uncharacteristic like for Bobby Murphy and Portland here at home.
Kroll directs traffic before floating. Nodded away, Hearts. Lose it for a moment. Put over the top, and this will sail for a goal kick. Pitch down the sideline.
Just see the pressure. About 6 players for Forward Madison committing forward. So if you are Portland, you have the ability to bypass that initial line. The whole field will start to open up. Just needs to be a little bit more decisive and cleaner for Portland when building out.
Quick bend. Wada puts it downfield, and he is run down by Brown. Just a totally different energy from Forward Madison. That first 15 minutes, quarter of an hour, felt like they were playing conservatively, taking it easy, don't want to take any risks. They score that goal, and it's like day and night. They are playing mean. They're down there pressing forward, getting after the ball. Quick start. Punin Jerome got us going. Rolled forward to Lopez. Mikey leaves it off deep in the wing. Hearts a pine from the end line, and the floater's out front. Wright batters it through as it's cleared away by the Mingos. Regathered out front. Fired long in this one. Battered down and gloved. Really, really nice sequence comes together for the Hearts of Pine, who faced so much pressure. They were unable to get anything going. No counters, no movement downfield. Suddenly, Portland puts this together. Watch this series come together. This is a great chance.
Good opportunity for Portland as this ball comes over. This first touch here from Punandron is fantastic. As it comes across, creates his own little window space, but easy save in the end from Lapsley.
Michel, the beautiful cut around the would-be defender. Ollie Wright has it taken out of the air. Timmy struck it back across to Gebhardt. Derek, who scored one today, his 10th of the season, leaves it off. Forward Madison loses a man at midfield. Both clubs saying the ball should go their way, and Calais says this is forward Madison. Does that ever work?
Never.
Yeah, does that ever work? Come on, it's ours. I promise that's our ball. Played through forward Madison. Breaking away onto the edge of the area. Wants to fire. Finesses it inside, and Portland Hearts of Pine clear it away. Punin Jerome, another big defensive play.
Essentially, Anking, Murphy, and Boyce are doing a really good job at winning that battle, allowing them to be aggressive going forward. This time it's Anking running about 3 Portland players out of position.
Lopez breaks it up not once but twice. Loose in the wing, and the Hearts onto the ball. In trouble near the corner. Battled away, and a lot of contact as this is a prime spot for forward Madison. Gebhardt still down.
The argument for forward Madison is that the left arm of Mohammed catches Gebhardt. Nice little play here. But right there's a little bit of an extension. First it's the right elbow, then it comes to the left shoulder. Gets away from Gebhardt. There is contact, surely, but with the experience that Gebhardt has, he feels anything, he's going to go down. He's going to force the issue for the referee to win his side, a really dangerous set piece.
Devin Boyce will service again. I mean, this is a prime spot. .32 minute. Over a half of an hour played. Forward Madison leading 1-0. Long bend, this one knocked over the top. Ariel tried to volley it away, and well touched. What a flick. Hunter Morse flashes the gloves. Hearts now some steam at midfield. Rolled across to the center field circle. Punin Jerome leaves it for Nathan Messer. Delivered to the sideline. Ollie Wright back to Michel. One pitch. Back across down to the sideline. From the touchline, Wada tries the spot, and it rolls all the way through for goal kick. Select, proud to be the official match ball supplier of USL. From the academy to the big league, Select is there every step of the way. Visit us.select-sport.com for the latest Select products, specials, and more. Select is the player's choice. From midfield, it's pushed backwards and hammered off over the touchline. How important do you feel the momentum and energy from an early goal like that can be to a match?
Massively, especially for Forward Madison coming to this hostile environment, 6,000 plus in attendance. How do you keep them quiet? You put the ball in the back of the net. Now, not only do you have momentum to your favorite, but now Portland needs to go out and chase. They need to overextend themselves a little bit more. So that is why you start to see Forward Madison find pocket of space like this and try to find success going forward.
Cut off in the corner and taken away by the Hearts. I'm floored by the change in momentum, the change in energy as Boyce pushes it across into the 18. Out front, loose. Wada has it stolen away by Gebhard. From the penalty arc, fighting his way inside, and a penalty! What an opportunity for Forward Madison, who already leads 1-0 in our 34th minute.
Fantastic recognition again from Gebhard. Notice this touch around the corner, no help. I use momentum to my favor. Now I take a long touch, but if you are Nathan Messer, there's no need that you need to lunge into it like this. Move your feet. Gebhard's going wide. Tough to tell from that angle how much contact there truly is. But we saw it early with Gebhard. He felt anything, he goes down, does it just again, and gives a brilliant opportunity for his side to double their lead in front of 6,000 plus.
I mean, Ricky, we start to talk about momentum and energy, and on cue, a penalty.
The decision-making of Gebhard there is fantastic. As he recovers the ball, tries to roll it into a player that's oncoming, and notices that Brunandron's on the wrong side, so now he can face up this back line of Portland Hearts of Pine. What a brilliant opportunity this is for Dorado.
He's scored 5 this season. Standing by in a match where they've seized so much momentum in a hostile environment. Kalea directing traffic on the edge of the 18. Herrera. The signal. Luca approaches, and what a beautiful touch. He makes it 2-0, Forward Madison. The 6th goal of the season for the center forward from Sao Paulo, Brazil. The Flamingos are cooking with gas on the road.
What a performance this has been for Forward Madison to come into this game where they need a result, but this touch right here from Gebhard as Messer overcommits, feels any sort of contact, goes down, and enough power, enough pace from Dorado, low and hard, beats Hunter Morse to the spot. The goalkeeper's gonna want this one back. He guesses the right way, but just not quick enough to get his left arm down to parry it wide. But the visiting side, all gas here at Fitzpatrick Stadium.
Forward Madison started to talk about how much momentum they had built, how much energy they had. I mean, I'm genuinely shocked that they've been able to suck the energy out of the air in this crowd, in this environment at Fitzpatrick. This crowd is something that the Hearts have learned to harness throughout the course of the season. This Town and Country goal continues the momentum rolling the way of Forward Madison. You know, they've learned to use this crowd to their advantage. I'm floored to see the energy go the way of Forward Madison. Is this par for the course in your mind?
Uncharacteristic, like for Portland Hearts of Pine, usually they are the team that is taking the game to the opposition. 6 wins, 1 loss, 4 draws when they do play at Fitzpatrick Stadium. So if you are Bobby Murphy, you're looking for a response. You're looking for one of your leaders to shoulder this responsibility and just will your side to give something that has been missing. For Forward Madison, you continue with this momentum, but now you do it with a well-balanced approach. Understanding that Portland needs to go out and step out of their shell a little bit more, so if you can get this 3rd goal, you put this game to bed earlier rather than later. But staying compact defensively is always going to be the top priority for the visiting side now.
Well, and this is a tall order. This is their 3rd match in 7 days. It's been a really tough week. A lot of hard work for this Portland Hearts of Pine side, but they've been extremely productive. They scored 5 goals in their 17th match against Richmond, then a goal against FC Naples, and won 1-0 against Texoma. 7 in their last 4 matches. You know, this is well within reach, especially at home in front of this big crowd.
A team that can definitely turn around. Portland Hearts of Pine, especially, that has shown the fight, they've shown the quality, but difficult when you have that amount of games in this week.
When we opened the match, he mentioned the concession this season for forward Madison. 32 goals entering today. That's only a goal and a quarter per match. So they're not even averaging 2 goals allowed per match. That's a good sign statistically for what to expect through the rest of this match. Long delivery for the Flamingos. Forward Madison gonna air this out. Down the wing, near the corner, a battle for it as the Hearts are on top of it. Able to control, and he's pulled down as Kalea will send this with Portland. Tried to battle it through and blown dead right away. Gebhardt's not happy with the call. Words for our referee. Sean Vinberg arguing his case as well. Let's look back at what caused this big conversation.
Rightly so, Gebhardt is right. Vinberg does make contact with the ball. It should be free kick in favor of forward Madison, and that is exactly what Mohamed Kalea is saying. Initially, Vinberg is just trying to get inking in the book as he's not respecting the 10-yard distance. Once inking moves, he does take a touch on the ball, so that is why the referee has to point, because that is a live ball once that ball touches the foot of Vinberg. So good recognition from Gebhardt. He's had his fingerprints all over this game.
What a spot, again, to be serviced by Boyce. Forward Madison, threatening and dangerous as we're in the final stages of our first half. 2-0 Flamingos. They'll deliver again from near the corner. Delivered over the top, backside, right over the crossbars. Morse keeps hands off, and it'll be goal kick.
Good opportunity for Boyce, trying to lift it up and over the test. More to that far post.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but at this point, if you're Portland, let's just waste some time and get to the whiteboard so we can talk strategy, guys.
This halftime talk for Bobby Murphy, crucial to their home playoff hopes for Portland Hearts of Pine.
Wada went forward, handoff by Wright.
You just see the numbers defensively for Madison. Really well done in terms of their organization and their discipline. So if you are Portland, you need the movement. You need to be quicker at pulling out one of the players, because everything has been in front of the 2 center backs.
Gebhardt went down. Tackled hard. And Dorado, who scored his 6th of the season on the penalty, draws the yellow. Shown by Kalea to Kamali Green. That'll be his 4th yellow of the season.
The yellow card issued against Hearts of Pine, number 66, Kamali Green.
A little bit of a push out from Green that catches right on his throat area. There's just no need for the center back to even engage in anything off of the ball, especially when you have the extension of the arm. Frustration starting to set in a little bit here for Portland Hearts of Pine.
Super tense first half between these two sides. It's been a good one, a lot of energy. Knocked backward, Messer tries to fight it forward, and Boyce sends it off. Morse does the honors. Crucial playoff points on the line The table has been electric down the back stretch of the USL One season. Rolled through vacant space, taken up by Wright. Ollie, the floater for the penalty arc, loose near the spot and just wide. Couldn't get the touch to push it by.
What a fantastic run this is from Varela. As Ollie Wright drops a little bit deeper, every single player gets caught ball watching, so that allows Varela to come across Kroll. Great touch out of his body and nearly cuts this lead in half.
Watch this again. Through the legs. Ping. Right off the bar. I mean, that could not have been closer.
Those are the types of actions that you need to see on a more of a consistent basis if you are Bobby Murphy, with the movement and the rotation through your front three, really manipulating forward Madison's back line.
Nodded forward, a lot of room for the Hearts. Portland tries down the touchline for the wing. Battles it for the corner as the Flamingos cut him off and send this over the touchline. Portland Hearts supply near midfield. They'll reset. Nathan Messer scored last time he was at Fitzpatrick. Tried to push that out front. Wada takes it down off the pinballing effort by forward Madison. Edge of the 18, floated down inside and nodded away. Regathered, steps around a defender, fired and deflected back. Messer regathers, Hearts a pine. Dribble, 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 left off to Ollie Wright, who floats it for the spot and nodded away by the Flamingos. Hearts will regather and keep this going. Wright pushes it to Wada. Masashi trying to feed it across. It's flicked initially by the Flamingos. Forward Madison back in a defensive shell. Hearts air it out down inside, and their man run down as they're begging for a call. The crowd erupts as we get 6 minutes of stoppage time on this first half.
Left side of your screen, the argument for every single person for Portland Hearts of Pine is that there is a little bit of a push out between Ramos and Mel. Let's give us a good look at it here. Would have been extremely harsh to point to the spot if you are Amakalea. It's a good no call by the referee. That last 2 minute of action was the best that we've seen from Portland. They've settled into this game, especially in that final third, and a little bit more patient in their build-out phase. And that is where they're starting to find a little bit more success going forward.
6 minutes of stoppage time on half one in Portland, Maine. And you can tell the Hearts have settled down a bit after a pair of goals. Vinberg harassed by Gebhardt. Dangerous spot there for him. Morse rolls this downfield, and the Hearts will control and work with it. Portland rolls it across. Messer works over the center field stripe. Puna and Jerome, a full reset. Hearts working forward, looking for that final 18, dribbling his way down around the defender, end line, and it's pushed off.
With better positioning as well for Portland, especially when the ball goes wide. Varela comes centrally. That gives you an option to play through, but also puts more pressure on this back line of forward Madison with the outside backs creating overloads. That's something that we have not seen for the majority of this first half. As Ollie Wright comes centrally, so does Walter Varela, allowing the outside backs to be aggressive.
Messer sends it inside and nodded way over the top. A good look, and he put it in a good spot, just off the mark with the touch.
Good run from Varela to slash across his individual marker. Just the timing a little bit off, but starting to become a little bit more influential, Walter Varela is.
Varela really had his breakout year in USL League One, playing with the Red Wolves of Chattanooga. They've been overtaken on the table by one Knox, all Tennessee. Sent long from midfield. Knotted through by forward Madison initially as it's sent back and pinballed over the top, skying all the way to Hunter Morse. Portland will try again. Forward Madison has kind of rescinded into this game where they're playing back and letting Portland come to them. Are you a fan of that? Were you expecting that?
Before halftime, the messaging
Messer fires long over the top.
from the bench area to forward Madison, you cannot concede. You have to get into the break up 2-0. That is why you start to see forward Madison dropping a bit deeper, getting more numbers behind the ball, trying to frustrate Portland. On the other side for Bobby Murphy, the messaging is tempo. Tempo needs to be quick. The ball needs to move extremely fast from left to right, pulling players out of position. Mobility needs to become a bit more prevalent in that front line. Done a better job over the last 5 minutes, but you need to find that on a more consistent basis if you are Portland.
Boyce finds Derek. Gebhard to Brown. Wants to feed it across as he fights his way to the corner. And on the edge of the 6, Portland takes this away and clears it. Scooped up, somehow forward Madison got it through initially, but Wada will take it right back. And the call by Kalea as the home crowd is not happy. Ricky, walk me through it.
Initially, harsh. Quinendra gets all of the ball. Nothing, not whatsoever. As he comes across, the initial contact is on the ball. Murphy goes down, tries to make the most of it, wins a free kick in his favor, but Muhammad Kalea gets this one wrong. It should be play on in favor of Portland Hearts of Pine.
And they've earned a couple of these opportunities where they've serviced from so close down near the area. They've also gotten away with a couple, and that's one of them, and it's made all the difference.
Good opportunity here for forward Madison. And Devin Boyce, your initial glance is going to be lifted to that far post and try to look down for the knockdown. So initially, not the initial ball, it could be the second wave that can really cause some issues.
About 60 seconds left in stoppage time on half one. The Flamingos lead 2-0 and another opportunity. Lots of traffic on top of the area. Boyce floats it backside. This one sent back out front. Great delivery, but blown dead by Muhammad. Offside will be the call. Hart's working with it. Time for one more rush. Poonan Jerome will sky this downfield. Can he stay on side? Controlled. Down near the corner, out front, the Hearts. Portland teed it up. Michel again forward. Looking for help. Finessed across to Messer. Rolled into the wing along the touchline. It's Ali Wright. Bent back to Nathan. Could be an opportunity as the Hearts sky it over the 18, and forward Madison clears initially. Taken down, Michel fights his way through and off over the end line. We've played 6.25 minutes of stoppage time. From the corner, Michel tries again, batted away over the top.
Good goalkeeping from Lapsley, especially with the traffic oncoming, convincing to push it up and away from danger.
Right again to go quickly. Messer touches it to him. Ali rolls to the edge of the wing. Wada inside. Portland bends it long way too much as that sails. And that will take us to the half, an electric first half of action.
You are forward Madison, extremely proud of what you put forth in that first half. Defensively, you were stout, you took your chances going forward, and you won the critical moments here at Fitzpatrick Stadium. For Bobby Murphy, you need to start this second half how you ended that first half. The tempo was high, you were really aggressive. First 5 minutes, really important when coming out of the break.
2-0 forward Madison at the half. They are doing everything right, drawing looks, fouls, getting spots, taking corners. They lead by a pair as we go to the break. The Hannaford halftime coming up as we'll bring you all of the action from around the league and the electric highlights from our match next.
Nice and slow. Most homeowners have it somewhere in their house. It's that one bad window. It's drafty, or maybe it sticks or leaks. You'd love to replace it, but think, no company is coming out for just one lousy window. And truthfully, most companies won't. But we're Renewal by Andersen, and we'll replace just one window. Call Renewal by Andersen today for a free window and door diagnosis. 207-804-4500.
When you really care about good, you start seeing possibilities others might miss. Hannaford has been at this since 1883, supporting local farmers and making quality food affordable. Turns out, it's possible to take care of people and the planet we share by going the extra mile for what really matters. See all this good? At Hannaford, it's the small moments of care that add up to make a big difference for all of us. Hannaford, all for good.
This is you. When you sign up for Trellis Health, this is your team. Seriously, these people. At Trellis, your primary care provider, physical therapist, pharmacist, health coach, and behavioral health clinician work together for better results. With same-day visits and 24/7, 365 telehealth, your care is primary with us. Become a member today.
Welcome to Trellis Health.
Visit trellishealth.org.
After one half in Portland, Maine, it's 2-0 Forward Madison leads. Portland Hearts of Pine, they exist to do as much good as they can in the state of Maine as much as possible. Soccer, the perfect medium through which to do that work. It's a universal language. It convenes across cultures and classes, a cultivator of joy, camaraderie, and common identity. Through soccer, the Hearts are combating isolation and loneliness. That's their mission, to create opportunities for countless positive outcomes and help the next generation develop social, emotional skills, and more. Take a look at what the Hearts have been up to this season.
Our impact programming is our why. It's our reason for being. It's what we're here to do. The Hearts of Pine exists to make an impact in Maine. This club is our way of doing as much good as we possibly can in the city and state that we call home.
It's always, I think, important to give back to communities, but doing it in an intentional manner and literally being extremely unapologetic about the values and the principles when it comes to the sport is just amazing to watch.
It's just so exciting to have a club that's built around Maine, that's built for Maine, that is a reflection of the people that live here.
This is Portland's team. This is Maine's team.
This is the community's club. This impact programming, it looks anything from after-school programming to donation programming to infrastructure investments in courts just like this.
The Portland Soccer Project, it's an after-school soccer program that's about social emotional skill development. It's about how we behave. It's a soccer program that's about way more than soccer.
Kids are learning themes like let it go and accountability and how to find joy and things, and some kids that have had a harder path with things have really shown here.
Portland Public Schools are thrilled to be able to be part of the community ticketing program with Hearts of Pine. We've been meeting with Hearts of Pine since well before they officially launched, but when they reached out and said they'd provide a block of tickets to every school in the district to allow students who wouldn't otherwise get to go attend a game, we were thrilled and super grateful.
I think people forget that when you are in a shelter, you're in a caged environment where you don't have room to play or to be human or to experience community in a different outlet. We did not anticipate the happiness that would come from just them playing a sport that they are passionately involved in.
The way that the world, the way that this community rallies around this game, the way that it unifies, and the way that the club can lean into those things and amplify them, that's where the magic's made.
We want people to see themselves as more than just where they're coming from, but just a part of something bigger.
We have 20, maybe 30 home games, but what are we doing in those other 340 days?
Here comes
Davis dipping down, and the breakthrough is found. Rodriguez, oh, it goes in. It's a gigantic lift for Las Vegas.
Wait, come back! Wait, come back, I need more help.
Take a loan off Fanny. Take a loan for free.
Today we went to the beach and it was
Put the loan right on me.
totally worth it. Get double points this fall at Best Western.
Hartford Athletic gets to the Jägermeister Cup final. Sacramento sweep the penalties. Sac Republic make another indomitable run to a cup final.
Madison leading Portland Hearts of Pine. As part of our Hannaford halftime show, we take a look now at the latest news and notes from around the league. It's been a great and schedule. This is what's going on around USL 1. 1-0 full-time last night. A big win for Spokane over Charlotte. 3-1 Tormenta was on fire in South Georgia and handled the New York side. And some great matches on the slate right now. It's 2-0 in our match. Ricky, look at the schedule across the league.
Every single point matters. You're looking at one now because they're sitting at the top of the table, just a point ahead of Chattanooga Red Wolves. Can they continue to create that little bit of separation? And a big one, bottom right of your corner, Union Omaha against FC Naples. Union Omaha sitting in 6th, FC Naples sitting in 4th here at USL League One tables.
And the latest look at the live standings. This is where we're at right now. Forward Madison is just under that line with 32 points in the bag. Can they find a way to escape Maine?
Big 45 minutes coming up for Forward Madison. Can they continue the momentum to put pressure on Charlotte Independence for that last home playoff game? And then you're looking at Portland Hearts of Pine. Now there's a little bit of breathing room between FC Naples and them for Bobby Murphy and company. They want to play here at Fitzpatrick Stadium, and a massive 45 minutes coming up for the home side.
Worn by registered Maine guides, families walking rural roads, and sportsmen, women throughout the state's vast wilderness, Blaze Orange has long defined Maine's fall season. Where camo often masks identity, the Blaze kit reveals one. A jersey rooted in place, woven with heritage and elevated into something that works on forest floors, fashion runways, and football pitches. Worn by Hearts of Pine for the very first time last week, the striking Blaze kit available now at Hearts of Pine's online store.
the crown of Maine, where life moves at the speed of the seasons. Up here, we've got the freedom to live quiet or to live loud. It's the kind of place that sets your heart ablaze. Friggin' right, Bob.
At LL Bean, we've been innovating for over a century, making great products better so you can feel better. Day after day, year after year. Outside together since 1912. LL Bean. Be an outsider.
I'm David Libby, President and CEO of Town & Country Federal Credit Union. At Town & Country, we work hard to make a difference every day. From providing a first auto loan to that young adult just starting out, or making the dream of home ownership a reality with a mortgage offering closing costs well below nearly every other local lender, or a Visa credit card with a great rate. Town & Country Federal Credit Union is local people helping local people. Let us help you.
Soccer, more than any other sport, brings together fans of different backgrounds, different cultures, different communities, and makes them one community.
Has anyone ever seen anything like this? It's magic. There's no other word for it. It's magic happening here in Portland.
This is history. This is momentous.
We officially have professional soccer in the great state of Maine.
An electric first half, and the action just kept going. We relive it right now.
Comes with via air essentially, but notice center of your screen, Hal Gebhardt quickly recognizes he needs to peel wide. In doing that, he creates a little bit of an angle to go 1v1 with Vinberg, and his first touch here is fantastic. Just watch how he sets it up right across his body, uses the momentum to his favor, and just shields Hunter Morse. He can't see it, just kisses that far post. It's a great goal. Gebhardt has his fingerprints all over that touch as Messer gets caught lunging in. Just a no need for the outside backs to come in. Dorado says thank you very much. Low and hard gives him a chance, enough power and enough pace to beat the outstretched arm of Hunter Morse. 2-0 for forward Madison.
And that wasn't it. Watch this opportunity. Ollie Wright floated it forward, nearly delivers. Ping, just off the mark. Welcome back inside of Fitzpatrick Stadium. An electric first half. If only this second half can bring us as much fun together. Hope you enjoyed it if you were with us. If you weren't, Gabriel Schrei, Ricky Lopez, Espen, glad to have you along for the ride for what promises to be a barn burner. 2-0 for Madison, and they are looking to scurry out of the door with a 2-0 advantage after 3/4 of an hour in the books. Great turnout as always, and this crowd is ready for the second half as Bobby Murphy and company have had time to get to the whiteboard. These guys are fired up. You can see them feeling it. Forward Madison handling the big crowd well.
Settling into this game, especially with the experience that forward Madison has within that back line. Ramos, you have Anking, Murphy as well. Timmy Mel has played at a really high level. So players that are understanding how to deal with hostile environments, and 6,000 plus here at Fitzpatrick Stadium. For Portland Hearts of Pine, you need to ride that momentum and start this second half exactly how you started that second half. You were quick, you were decisive, and you were very aggressive.
Wright Messer named the team of the week this week. Great performance entering week 31. They've had a great season. Portland, so many stalwarts. Forward Madison has come out to let them know we are not done. We are going to take 3 points home with us tonight. Threatening to do so as we start this second half. Back underway in Fitzpatrick Stadium, 2-0 after one half of action. What should we watch for in the early stages of the second half? You know, obviously tons of action. They kind of put their foot on the gas and stomped on Portland to take that 2-goal advantage. What is Portland going to do to counter coming out of the half? Any idea?
Expect Portland to play direct. Expect them to play route one. And if they do not have the ability to win the initial ball, it becomes a midfield battle. So second phases, especially higher up the field for Portland, will be crucial at just gaining some real estate a little bit higher up the field. So expect Varela to come centrally, allowing Mohamed to be really aggressive from his right back position to create overloads.
Just saw it as part of the highlights, but Gebhard, the cut to the inside, that scored in the 20th. And in the 36th, off of the penalty, Dorado made it 2-0 forward Madison. So Flamingo's trying to hang on to that. Portland Hearts of Pine, couldn't agree with you more. They are coming out and they are trying to bring this directly to them, play aggressively in this second half. So far you can see that forward Madison is still kind of full of confidence and trying to play forward and pitch that out to midfield, and Portland says, no, we're coming down to your end in this half. Hearts across the back side of the circle. Mohamed walking it through midfield, long delivery. Wada knifes around a would-be defender. 18, blown tire as he goes down, and it's rattled off over the end line.
Fantastic pocket of space from Wada. As you play in between lines, now you bait one of the three center backs before Madison step off of their line. Ollie Wright just unfortunate, unable to get his feet set underneath him. But those are the areas that you need Wada to start to operate in if you want to find success for Portland.
Back underway, sent long by Lapsley. Madison won't stay with it for long. Pitched forward, Punan Jerome tries to battle it through as it's sent over the top long. Hunter Morse distributes to Vinberg. And stopped by Kalea, our referee. Mohamed, a player down back near midfield. His medical staff come to the pinch. He just goes down. It didn't really look like a contact injury. Isaac Anking, the midfielder from Rhode Island, going down nearly untouched. Hopefully he's all right. Forward Madison this season has been great. Coach Glasser shouting out to his man. On the road, 5 wins, 4 draws. Portland at home this season, 6 wins, 4 draws. Really close match. In every sense of the word and phrase, this one has been close. Obviously, forward Madison, though, just getting it done. They've scored those 2 goals. The man who came with a plan to Portland, Maine, Glasser. Kalea, interesting to see where he's going to spot this because of how much time elapsed from the moment that Anking went down to when he blew the whistle, where the ball was at. Makes his decision quickly. We're back underway in the Hearts. A lot of space. Portland airs it out. Hearts of Pine cutting to the inside. Long floater for the 18, knocked away. Varela was right there. Regathered down in the wing. Hearts send this to the spot. It's hammered away and off over the sideline. Thrown in quickly. Flicked forward. Wada tees it up. The Hearts leave it off. captain goes forward, the veteran gets it right back. Mikey Lopez trailed by a pair of defenders. Gebhardt right on top of him. And floated over the midfield stripe. Full return and reset. Do you expect that Portland will be able to break up and dig into some of this pressure in the second half, or is forward Madison going to be able to counter that and come back and get on the attack again pretty well?
The tempo is high for Portland. They will start to find a bit of a rhythm like we saw deep in that first half. But the movement needs to be there, especially between Wada and Varela. They can play centrally underneath Washington. Now you have a numerical overload of that central location, and you have to force one of the 3 center backs to step off of their line. And that is when you can get a player like Ollie Wright, like Mohammed, really active, especially as Titus Washington continues to test that line. For forward Madison, you need to be completely compact from back to front, make life very difficult, and allow Portland to go around you but never through you.
Michel fighting to stay on top of the ball as Pune and Jerome pitches it down the touchline. Hart's cut to the inside. Pinballed off a defender as Gebhardt takes it down, and the shove is enough for Kalea to sound the whistle.
Just makes the wrong decision, Messer. As you cut centrally, this ball needs to be played into Mikey Lopez, who is in acres of space. At the bottom of your screen, his hands are in the air. Take that second touch, allow Gebhardt to come down, and just notice the numbers around the ball. Four Madison players denying this ball from Nathan Messer.
Glasser had a lot of compliments for the way they attacked this week. Caught up with them on the phone, said obviously they play on a small space. Forward Madison, the floater, was wide over the top and will roll off. He said, I think they play in an intelligent way for the size of their pitch, how big it is. Very good in transitions, very good in direct attacking play. We've seen that. They get in play quick on set pieces, but unable to capitalize as forward Madison. They're aware. They prepare for that. They come in with that game plan. Long feed sent away, easily brushed off. Sent back on quickly. Unan Jerome to Lopez, the captain, forward to Wada, able to stay on top of it. Mikey sent it to right, and it's shipped away from him. Quickly back on Glasser, shouting out to his players on the backside, trying to direct them defensively. Midfield and Vinberg all alone. I asked Coach Murphy about match management. Long pitch down the touchline will roll back to Brown. Three matches, 7 days. So, Coach, are you worried about managing wear and tear, especially with points on the line? You're so late in the season, the playoff coming up. He said, of course I am. He said he wasn't fair. Now, my thought is, with that in mind, do you think trailing 2-0, you're going to have to push the tempo to try and come from behind and force the draw? Is that going to wear on them? This is their 3rd match in 7 days.
Heavy legs will start to come into play, no question about it, especially with how grueling a season is over the course of 8, 9, 10 months. For a lot of these players trying to play week in and week out.
Michel sends it inside, nodded away from the spot, forward Madison.
So when you talk about a team that wants to be on the ball needs to move extremely quick because the ball never gets tired. The ball will not have heavy legs. You can make the opposition start to chase.
Masashi fires a laser, it goes wide. Great opportunity for Wada. Blasted that as it goes wide and long, and he knows that was a wonderful opportunity for Portland.
Great pocket of space yet again, right side of your screen. Notice how quickly he gets his hips facing to the attacking goal. This touch right there creates a little bit of separation, and all he's trying to do is just trying to bend it on target, and if he does, it's Portland's first goal. Hits it so well, Wada does, but unable to close his hips just enough to have it bend back into that far post. A good start to this second half for Wada, specifically for Portland.
Both coaches on their feet, directing their clubs. Glasser is into it. He is up and down. Ball loose, Gemhard. Mr. Madison chips it across through the circle. Delivered to the touchline, tries to go through and pounded off. Glasser had great things to say about the Forward Madison fans. He loves the fan base. He has a ton of respect for them. A few things he said stuck out to me. You know, he had the generic, hey, look, our fans are great. They stick with us. They've been with us through ups and downs. Great group, small-knit community. Literally word for word said that. Pretty generic. But then he said something that caught me off guard. They're not faceless. We know them. We have relationships with them. We're proud to play for them. I was impressed by that. You know, he knows these fans. These guys do as well as they're contesting with our official here. And what a spot.
Green just overruns this ball. Sloppy first touch. Dorado gets the inside track. And as he tries to recover, notice a right leg right here comes in between the two legs of Dorado to clear foul. Another good opportunity for Forward Madison to really test Moores and cause chaos right in front of his goal mouth.
And yeah, Ricky, another excellent opportunity. How many set pieces, how many great kicks are they going to get in this match? This is a prime spot again.
If you are Devon boys, you need to aim for that far post. If anyone touches it, it's a redirect, a nightmare, but if no one does, can easily find the back of the net. This ball needs to be put on target at a very high pace.
Boyce from the silver platter delivers across, batted away by Morse. Well played by the keeper. Eyes that as it sails right for him.
Really good goalkeeping. Notice how he parries it away from traffic as well, not giving a rebound to anyone in a Madison jersey.
Portland, a little bit of room for the Convoys. It's chipped long down the sideline. Hearts of Pine, cut it back. Long delivery for Varela is chipped away initially as Pune and Jerome regathers and goes to Muhammad. Hearts just beyond the 18. Rolled dead on from the penalty arc. He'll try and air it out for the far wing. On top of it, Hearts. End line as Portland sends it inside and it sails just wide. What an opportunity. Portland through vacant space. It pinballs and rolls across the 6 as the Hearts will reset. Hunter Morse onto the ball for Portland. Hearts pitch it forward onto the ball on the edge of the area. Out front, misfired for Varela as it's taken away by Boyce on the penalty arc and cleared to the sideline. Rattled back and forth. Flamingos popped it over the top, but it's taken right back by Portland.
Risky game that if you're starting to play, if you are Forward Madison, starting to get a little bit overextended, leaving yourself vulnerable, and that is exactly what Portland wants to do. They want to go wide, they want to bait you out, and they want to play direct. Again, if you are the sidelines of Forward Madison, you need to get Murphy, Boyce, and Enking sitting right in front of your back line.
Muhammad driving along the edge of the area as he's disrupted, and it rolls off. Great aggressive play by the left back from Spain. Just stayed with him and bumped him. And a great crowd again tonight in Portland. 5,771 crammed inside of Fitzpatrick. Really unbelievable what the Hearts of Pine have been able to build in their first season. It's a special thing. It's a sign of what's to come for not only Portland, but also USL One.
One of, if not the best atmosphere in all of League One. Good ball.
Rolled backward. Forward Madison inside, and it rattles through where it's gloved by Hunter Morse. Great opportunity, just couldn't push it all the way in. Already scored a goal earlier. Dorado, his 6th of the season, back in the 36th minute off of the penalty. Somehow found that way through. It feels like this game has been played in 3 phases to me, Ricky. It feels like that first quarter of an hour, very slow Forward Madison playing back, trying to keep it easy. Then 30 minutes on the attack, and now this second half, not quite as clear cut, but it feels like Portland is in control for the moment.
Portland more the aggressor since coming out of the break. That's exactly what Bobby Murphy would want. That's exactly what he's seeing. But now it's the little bit of quality that needs to be cleaner in the final third.
Varela tries to send it inside, nodded away. Flamingos, great clear, controlled, teed up, and hammered over the top. Gebhardt putting a lot of pressure on Vinberg, who stands in strong. Morse the roller for Nathan Messer, who
Great
smokes
ball.
this downfield. Madison stays with it, goes down, and the whistle. Titus Washington right there with the ball. And as Timmy goes down, the whistle. That was close.
Good idea from Messer to bend it around. An even better body position from Melt.
A little bit of hand grabbing. Too much?
It's a foul.
Yeah, you just a little too much there.
But the 5,700
They don't agree.
in attendance don't agree with it. Don't take too kindly to it. But it's those little details that continue to lack for Portland Hearts of Pine, doing a good job of getting themselves into that final third with just not enough quality to break through forward Madison.
Now we're trading fouls. Another little lockup. Love it when they argue a clear one. Hey, come on. He fell down on his own. 62nd minute. Already have played a quarter of an hour in this second half, and the momentum seems to have changed quite a bit. A couple of fouls in a row disrupt us. Back underway as the Hearts of Pine looking for space to work forward. Puna and Jerome will air this out. Nodded away. Flamingos. Well played, taken back by Varela and company. Michel will try again. Varela, the first ever goal scorer in club history, leaves it off, rolled. Out front, Lopez, the captain. The 31-year-old veteran chipped it down into the wing. Left off for him on the end line. Centering ball taken away by forward Madison as we get the whistle down on the 6.
Those types of runs are a nightmare to defend. So good recognition from Mikey Lopez to make this run from a deep line position, because now you're asking Anking, Murphy, or Boyce to stay like for like with you. And that little bit of hesitation, that split second, can be the difference of finding that opening to break through. So more types of movements like that are going to be needed for Bobby Murphy's side if they want to get in behind forward Madison.
Hammered back underway by Lapsley. Aired out to midfield where forward Madison takes it in. And Puna and Jerome sends it off as Boyce will put us back underway. Change coming for the Hearts of Pine. Lots of fresh legs. Kamara on for Muhammad. James for Ali Wright. Washington coming off for Hurlin. Fresh legs, fresh opportunity. We'll also see Keegan come on for Green. Jake Keegan from New York. 13th appearance of the season. Longtime veteran in USL. Greenville Triumph, Northern Colorado, 1 Knox, forward Madison. Noah Hurlin, the center forward. 23-year-old, born in California. Played a little bit overseas before coming back to the States. James out of Trinidad and Tobago. 13th appearance of the season for him. This is off and will be thrown in quickly. In quickly down near the end line, controlled by Madison. inside and cleared away. Laughs it off a little bit. We'll see another throw in. Forward Madison bringing some pressure. Kroll delivers down near the corner. Varela chips it over to Vinberg. Sean nearly taken back by Madison as the Flamingos were in pursuit. Wada free to midfield with a convoy. Masashi airs it out. Lapsley, nice catch. Little glove action, just extends, gets right under that.
Going to change things tactically now for Portland Hearts of Pine. Mikey Lopez to drop in and be the center back parry to Vinberg, so you get a yellow card off with green. You have Kavita going to play higher. Keegan as well, Kamara and Natty James all playing in more of attacking roles. Wada will drop a bit deeper to play that double pivot with Quinangerone. So now you have attacking-minded subs for Bobby Murphy trying to find an answer to break through.
Garrett McLaughlin starred at Southern Methodist University, 36 goals. Drafted by Houston Dynamo. Played some in LSNP before he made the transition to League One. He's coming on in place of Dorado. Scored on the penalty. His day is done. JT Kamara also came on a few moments ago as part of that shift change, if you will, for the Hearts of Pine. Kamara from Freetown, Sierra Leone. Previously played with Louisville City. Foot race again and shoved off near the corner. That's a tough crowd to play for. I mean, that's a lot. Bobby Murphy told me some of these young guys got here, meaning to Portland, they never played in front of a crowd like this, and so it was a disadvantage because of the pressure at first for the Hearts of Pine, but they've learned how to harness that and how to take advantage of it.
How do you use it in the right way? How do you use it to fuel you, to give you that little bit of extra motivation and emotion? And doing that, that is when you start to become more mature as a footballer.
Nodded twice before it has to be thrown back in. Hearts all the way back to Hunter Morse. Varela went forward. Kamara back to Varela, bent inside and hammered over the top. Great defensive effort by Jake Kroll. The center back from Austria sees that coming, gets right onto the ball, sends it over the top.
Good play from Varela. Actually, it is a handball that Mohamed Khalil is calling. The left arm is extended away from the body of Murphy. And that is why we see this ball being brought back to this location.
It's a really nice opportunity for JT Kamara and company.
Either lift it to the far post or hammer it at the center of the goal, and just asking for traffic to come across Lapsley. So another really difficult situation for the goalkeeper. With the pace of the ball, with the amount of traffic going to be crashing his goal mouth, decision making is everything here for the goalkeeper.
The Hearts floated just over the top of the crossbar for Kamara.
You need to put it on target if you are Kamara. At the very least, you make Lapsley make a decision and make a save. Those little minute details continue to lack for Portland Hearts of Pine.
Soccer season here. SeatGeek, the official ticketing partner of USL. Get all your USL tickets and so much more from the #1 ticketing site, SeatGeek. Your ticket to great seats. He goes down, and another call by Kalea as the Portland home crowd uproarious at this. They've been very involved inside of Fitzpatrick today. 5,700 fans on hand for the Hearts of Pine. Kroll the give and the floater. Stays in, forward Madison, trying to play it for the corner as it's taken back initially. Regathered, Flamingos into the 18, and Morse dives onto the ball. Really good play by the keeper, sees that coming. Stays as long as he can on the 6, and at the last moment springs on top of it. Portland, a little bit of space. Hearts of Pine, send it forward, and it rattles off.
Just not clean enough. It's a good ball in from Mikey Lopez. Messer, and then having the same amount of impact that he would like in terms of his technical ability.
Reese Stevens Field will next be filled again on October 11th. Forward Madison returning to their home venue. Derek Kemhart also named to the USL Team of the Week for his performance against Westchester. Scored the lone goal, gave Madison life in the hunt for the playoff. This is JT Kamara again, dribbling, take it away, pickpocketed. Great defensive effort. Garrett McLaughlin just stands in there, pokes it away, floats it over the top. He is all over chasing that ball. Varela. We've seen him service a couple of times. Cuts it back and delivered to Kamara. JT inside, looking for the nod, and it somehow finds its way through. Portland, Hearts of Pine get one back. What service by JT Kamara. Exactly what you're talking about a few moments ago on the set piece from that same spot in the wing. You have to put it on the frame of the sticks. It's done this time.
Portland Hearts of Pine are at their best when they're decisive and when they are quick. But this run from Keegan is everything. The ball plays to perfection, but as Keegan comes across Lapsley, he needs to make a decision. He's shielded, he cannot make a play on the ball. And once he recognizes the ball's already by him, it's far too late. Great goal for Portland and a little bit of life here at Fitzpatrick Stadium.
Keegan, one of the great scorers in USL history, gets his first of the season for the Hearts of Pine in electric fashion. One goal back in the pocket of the Hearts. Wada came down on top of it on the touchline. It's regathered by Kamara. Fighting his way down towards the end line. JT lets it sail, avoiding that collision. I don't blame him.
Just the way that Bobby Murphy wants his wingers to play. Always inverted. JT Kamara, left footer, playing on the right-hand side, so he's always going to challenge centrally. And in doing that, he opens up the game, allowing his teammates to make really aggressive runs. Puts a really good ball in. Jake Keegan sees it the whole way, and that is a striker's type of movement. Slashing across that near post, leaving the goalkeeper at your mercy.
Aired out. From midfield, Portland on a run. He is triple covered. Look at all those defenders. Goes down, we play on as forward Madison chips it over the top. Big collision, fans erupt. Just outside of the wing, knifing his way down there. Floater again inside is knocked away by the Flamingos and stopped before Wada can go to work.
Right side of your screen. Vivta comes in. Just comes through the back of Krul. That is the argument here for every forward Madison player. There is a little bit of contact. But again, the momentum in favor of this home side, and they're starting to feel it. Really putting pressure on this back line of forward Madison.
Can't watch the match? You can listen. Turn on Sirius XM FC 157. It's North America's only 24/7 source for engaging soccer talk. That includes USL All Access on Tuesday nights, live matches from USL, MLS, Premier League, and more, all on Sirius XM 157, and of course the new Sirius XM app. Ricky, about a quarter of an hour left to play in regulation. Portland finds a way to get a goal back. Just moments ago, Keegan finds himself down inside. Good service, rattles it through, just sneaks it around the keeper, Lapsley. Thoughts, feelings, emotions here. It doesn't feel like we're dealing with logic. What are you thinking and feeling?
Through your play for Portland Hearts of Pine, you're feeling extremely confident how this second half has gone. You've been on the ball, you've been dictating tempo, you've been creating opportunities and playing this game at your tempo. Now it's just a little bit of composure in that final third, and when Kamara's on the ball, just notice how much attention he requires. That allows his teammates to become a little bit more free and more aggressive within their movement. But the only threat that you have for forward Madison is moments like this.
Shoved over the touchline, lying in the yellow card shown to Varela, and shouting out saying, hey, get away. Varela suffers the yellow, his 5th of the season. Watch this again.
Just no need here from Varela. The ball's gone, it's out of play. Just a bit silly from the winger for Portland.
Gebhardt, his coach called him Mr. Madison. Such a crucial piece, a fan favorite for the Flamingos, and Walter Varela shoves him. 5th card of the season for Varela. Couple of changes coming. Flamingos have a pair standing by. Morse puts us back underway. Delivered to the Hearts. Portland strikes this long through center field, beyond the stripe and moving quickly. Messer. Quick handoff, the exchange. Roped across to Wada. Masashi finesses this forward. Back to Varela. Walter leaves it off for JT Kamara again. From the corner of the 18, and the gloves are flashed down inside.
See the argument, the conversation between Murphy, Krul, and Enking. You cannot allow JT Kamara to have that much time and space. As he picks up his head, this is when you need to apply pressure. Exactly how Portland found their first goal. Picks up his head, shifts it to his left foot, and now has every time, all the time that he wants to pick out a pass. As a defensive player, once that attacking player takes that first touch, that is when you need to step in.
We've got a Flamingo slow to rise. Kalea coming over to check on Brown, is trying to walk it off. Quick word between our referee and Brown. He'll spot us and we'll play on. Hearts on top of the ball in a match that has drastically changed over the last quarter of an hour. Long bend, no one there as Brown, the first to it. In the corner, tries to play this. Portland stays with it. Blown dead, and it stays with the Pines. Or rather the other way. Hearts are going to send this back with Madison. Couple of changes coming for forward Madison. And King coming on. Aiden in his place. Still quite the bit of conversation happening on field. Kamara and King and our referee Kalea. And the yellow shown to Ang King. First of the season for the midfielder from Providence. What do you think? Time wasting?
1000%. That's exactly what he's doing, Ang King. As Macias comes in.
Look back at Gebhardt's goal.
The movement ahead of the ball from Gebhardt as he peels wide. Now he sets up Vinberg. He can go inside, he can go outside, and it's a great touch and a great goal from the leading goal scorer from forward Madison. Just so decisive and so quick. No time and space to close down the window. and a fantastic location to find that far post.
That stop on top of the ball, the shift of the boots, his studs are perfectly placed. He can go any direction, hammers it perfectly, and gives up the body in the process, sells out as he falls to the turf. That's a great score. All three we've seen in this match have been very, very good, well planned, well drawn up, designed plays and moments in the game.
The subs are for Madison, Macias and Galindres. Galindres is going to give for Madison a big body up front that they can play into as they are under a lot of pressure. So expect his hold-up play to be influential for the remainder of this game, and Macias' pocket presence. A player that wants to get on the ball, that wants to get in between lines and just give this side a little bit of a more of possession base and feel in that central location.
Galindres is indeed a big guy. 21st appearance of the season for the man from Colombia. Center forward has scored a goal up there. eFootball, it's here. You can live your dream and rep your team. Play as your favorite USL club. eFootball, free to play, free to download. Get it today. Aiden Macias also came on, mentioned him and how he's going to fit into this. Originally from London, England, played youth soccer with Charlton Athletic, Queen's Park Rangers, later in Germany with Ulm 1846. 2 seasons with Hartford Athletic. 2023 came to Madison. Time winding quickly in regulation. Flamingos do a great job of burning up a ton of clock at midfield on that change. Obviously, you're going to see some stoppage time, but you never get it all back. We'll get another look at this. Kamara standing right over him. Flamingos getting aggressive with JT.
Just silly.
And the red card shown.
Rightly so. Silly from Kamara.
Pushing and shoving on the back end of that. Flamingos, man.
Notice Kamara here. The ball's gone via the air, pushes it away. Cannot do that. Extension on the neck area, away from your body, right in front of Amakalia's officiating crew. Just a bit silly and naive from Kamara to leave his side at a disadvantage as they're trying to claw back into this game.
Very, very aggressive. Kamara puts his elbow right into his throat. He's only taken 2 yellows all season. Now he takes the red in this massive moment. Crucial points on the line for the playoff. Portland will have to play with 10. He's trying to argue his case, but what are you arguing for here? A lot of pushing and shoving at the end of that. Nothing else comes of it. Vinberg was getting pinballed through the crowd there by Flamingos. Very understandable emotional reaction.
Talk about this hostile environment, managing emotions, opponent and home side as well. Gonna leave Bobby Murphy extremely frustrated with his young, very talented professional as a winger.
Kamara came from Louisville City. Debuted on loan, North Carolina FC in League One. Played with Columbus Crew too. Played some international in Sweden. So Portland also going to make a change here as we'll see Patrick Langlois come on, the man from Australia.
Substitution for Hearts of Pine in the 81st minute. 36, Pat Langlois coming into the match for number 8, Michelle Andrew.
USL Championship and League One on CBS and ESPN platforms all season long. Catch live matches, expert analysis every day on CBS Sports Golazo Network and ESPN Plus. Go to USLChampionship.com or USLLeague1.com for complete USL TV listings. We'll see you there. Vinberg And another one. Yellow card shown by our referee. This time to Brown. 5th of the season. Kalea, I think, is doing a nice job controlling a match that has a lot of potential to boil over. There's a ton of emotion here.
Referee, all you're asking for is consistency, and he's been that. Been a good officiating of the match here from Mohamed Kalea. Watch out.
Quick pitch forward, taken up by forward Madison. Could be an incredibly dangerous situation for the Hearts. Left off, played through, stays on top of it. Boyce fires and finds this one. As it's called off immediately. I think some contact behind the play, as you can see here. Brown running it back.
The argument for Mohamed Kalea here, the referee is saying that Galindres affects this play. He's out offside. But as he does not touch this ball, it comes down to the discretion of the referee. Is he affecting the defenders in their recovery process?
Really close.
Harsh.
Really close.
As he just stops his run, allows Devin Boyce just to step into it.
I have to think, Ricky, if you're wearing a Portland kit today, zero chance that you think that was okay. And vice versa. If you're a forward Madison fan, you're never going to agree with that call.
Just see the bench, the coaching staff for forward Madison. Head scratchers.
Fired up. Portland playing with 10 men after the Kamara red card a few moments ago. If you're just joining us, 1 goal separates forward Madison and the Hearts of Pine in a barn burner. This has come down to the wire. Portland is just trying to find some way to generate a chance, and I have to imagine we'll see a significant amount of stoppage time.
Just a disbelief coming from the forward Madison bench to this call from Mohamed Kalea. Saying that Galindres' stop of a run affects the defenders around him.
Hunter Moore shouting downfield, still waiting to get back underway. Pitched across, our player to watch for the Hearts, the captain. Mikey sails it over. Quick change as well for forward Madison during that. Faraday Sosa coming on from France, the right back replacing Brown. Brown from Atlanta, Georgia, suffered that yellow, his 5th of the season. Wise play, I think, by Glasser to pull him. 88th minute. Ball sent back with the Flamingos. Jake Kroll. Airs it out. Portland on the back. On the touch line, he's off. Kalea seems done. Hearts of Pine, midfield. Portland, shy of the red, has done everything in the second half to put themselves into position to strike back, to get back on the saddle and at least force the draw. That red card could change it all, but a run here. Long delivery over the top and no one to receive it. Flamingos played forward. Galindres tees it up.
Tough challenge.
And the yellow card shown immediately.
Really good work from Biadair. Has had himself a fantastic second half. Notice to continue of his run, the touch across the body and walk. None of the ball, all of the players deserving of a yellow card. It's late and just catches Biadair on the follow through.
Just the 2nd of the season for Langlois. In our final minute of regulation, certain to see some stoppage time and perhaps quite a bit. Seen a lot of professional time wasting in the second half. Nodded back, Controlled at midfield. The man who just came on, Sosa. Hearts of Pine. Almost pickpocketed. Langlois stays with it. Run down. Pinball back and forth. Portland fans erupt as this is sent forward and away from Wada. Pitched across. Hearts work it all around. Mikey Lopez tries this from the touchline, and it sails off. Goal kick. They've called for 8 minutes of stoppage time. And immediately stopped by Kalea. Feels like the officiating has become tighter and tighter and more restrictive as we've come down to the wire, and the emotions have risen as well on the field to match that. Pitched over into the wing and skied away. Galindrez somehow stays with it. Rolled out front. Great chance for the Flamingos. Back to Galindrez. Fires back door and cleaned up. Absolute beauty of a finish as they pass it back and forth and finish it off. A 2-goal advantage, 3-1 for forward Madison. Ricky, they call that a silver platter, and that's what that's delivered on. Beautiful passing. Forward Madison sealing up a massive win on the road in stoppage time. Talk to me about this passing display.
All about Galindrez. The ability to fend off Mikey Lopez, to bring in his teammates, and his first touch actually lets him down here. Doing just enough to set it into McLaughlin as he crashes towards that far post. Really unselfish goal from forward Madison. Wasn't the cleanness, but yet they all count. 3-1 here, and stoppage time at Fitzpatrick Stadium.
Third goal of the season for Garrett McLaughlin. Just rides the wave down inside for the Flamingos. Finds his way into the 6. Galindrez perfectly delivered right as soon as he gets it back. Town and Country goal scored by Garrett McLaughlin in Portland, Maine. Stoppage time winding. Portland now needs a miracle to force the draw. Tough week as this is their third match in 7 days. Crowd and all, that's a tall order. Wada flicked it forward. Flamingos taken away on the center field circle. Forward Madison. Can't control for long as it's taken right back. Thrown in quickly. Hearts rolled by Wada. Little pitch and catch for Portland, trying to generate some space. They think they've got it. Down the touchline, aired inside and knotted wide left.
Been really good box defending from forward Madison. The amount of pressure that they've been under, especially through this second 45 minutes, have done a fantastic job at winning their individual duels and making Portland Hearts of Pine work for every inch of real estate.
Out front of the 6 and skied away. Morse comes up to the center field stripe, but he'll hand it off. McLaughlin tries to disrupt. Aired out and flashing the gloves. Referee comes up for a quick word.
Another good reading of the play from Lapsley. Notice how he just comes off of his line, secures the ball. Found himself a strong game, the goalkeeper for forward Madison has.
Varela airs it out. Nodded away initially. Forward Madison. Skied long. Flamingos. McLaughlin tries to take it down. Scored just moments ago. And as it's off, another great opportunity coming together. Flamingos down on the cusp of that final third in the attacking area. Thrown in quickly, tries to spin his way through the double team. Forward Madison stays on top of it. Obviously a lot of season left to go. The playoff is looming on November 1st as we're about to wrap up this final stretch. Not many points left available as forward Madison skies this over the top. Brief thoughts on, is this something that you can let go easily since you're just playing for the home field advantage? Or is Portland going to carry this with them?
If you're Portland Hearts of Pine and you're Bobby Murphy, you're using this game as motivation. Especially with the performance midweek against Union Omaha, where you also did lose twice out of your last 2 games. You need a reaction, and you're playing your next match is against one Knox, who's sitting at the top of the League One table. So these 3 games are a really important stretch for Portland Hearts of Pine if they do have any hopes of trying to play a home playoff game here at Fitzpatrick Stadium. Only their 2nd loss when they do play here. And
I like the sentiment.
And for forward Madison, and you are a side that is clawing to get into the playoff picture. This will be your 2nd win on the bounce, 3 in your last 4. Starting to find a little bit of a rhythm, and you have some difficult games coming up as well. Chattanooga, Union Omaha, and the Richmond Kickers. So momentum can be a real thing for the visiting side as the playoffs are looming.
Flamingos 4 left to play. 12 points available still on the table for forward Madison. 5 left to play for the Hearts of Pine. They're going to hit the road for that match you mentioned against Knoxville. Then Westchester, Spokane, Antelope Valley, all at home. So that is an advantage. They'll have 3 in a row at home to close the season at Fitzpatrick. Nodded away by the Flamingos. They have 3 on the road, so I'm sure the fans will turn out in full force for that Red Wolves match. Varela roped across in the waning moments. Hearts sky this down inside and nodded away. Flamingos try to send it their way, battled inside. Portland resets at the center field circle. Masashi comes to it, it's sent off. Wada just beyond the wing, centers, long ball for Langlois. Nearly loses it, and it's cleared away by the Flamingos. And down the side of the pitch, this is off as well. Called for 8 of stoppage time. We played 9.5. This one could be blown dead at any moment. really thrilling match that I think fans who paid for tickets are going to be happy with every dollar they spent. A lot of fun as we do reach full time. A 3-1 Forward Madison Flamingo win in Portland, Maine.
For Forward Madison, a personality type of win. To come into this hostile environment to show grit, to show passion, and more importantly, to show togetherness. The way that you attack this game. Wasn't the prettiest, wasn't the most convincing, but yet you found a way to grind out a result and pick up a massive 3 points and a little bit closer into your playoff hopes.
Glasser, a winning coach on the road. Your man of the match, Jake Keegan, for his incredible performance.
Came on, won't get the credit for the goal, but made the goal happen with his near post run, pulling out Lapsley, and just the effort and the quality and experience that you will always get from Jake Keegan. Well-deserved man of the match. As this ball comes in, I just want you to watch center of your screen. Slashes across the goalkeeper. Now he has the goalkeeper at his mercy, because if he makes a move, it's too late. It's a great run. It's a striker's type of run, and an experienced player deserving man of the match for Jake Keegan.
Really nice service, great delivery, and that's another look at it. Just unbelievable. And the save of the match, an incredible one.
Really good goalkeeping from Hunter Morris. That ball takes the deflection, makes it look a lot easier than what it is. As he goes down, he needs to show the athletic ability to focus, to secure this ball. Not only allow a rebound, just to get to it, because that thing is moving off the turf. Good save from Hunter Morse.
Really impressive road performance for Forward Madison and the Flamingos. 3-1 final. Stats, highlights, more when we return with more USL League One action in just a moment.
Partnership means a lot of things in this business, and that's the most important thing, is being in a business relationship with someone that you trust, and that's what Mimic does. We want to make sure that everyone is getting exactly what they need, and we want it to be a long-term relationship. At Mimic, we want to lower their total cost of risk, and we want to get those employees back to work whenever we can. At Mimic, we make workers' comp work better.
At PAPE, we've dedicated over 50 years to making sure you do better. That means better prices you can always count on. It means you'll find extensive inventory. It means you can expect top-notch service. And most of all, it means you'll work with a team that listens to what you need and makes it a priority. So why are we so driven to make sure you do better? Because at PAPE, the only thing we love more than cars is people.
brought to you by Mehmet. A look at the latest league standings. The table has changed dramatically over the last couple of weeks. Talk to me.
2 points off for Madison. That last playoff position with Charlotte Independent. Showing some fight to pick up a massive 3 points.
Flamingos look fantastic. They take the victory 3-1 for the Flamingos, for the Portland Hearts of Pine. My good friend Ricky Lopez has been. I'm Gabriel Fry saying so long for the Lighthouse State, where the Flamingos get it all done in a USL League One battle. They take 3 points back with them to the Dairy State and celebrate in style. Thanks for being with us. We'll catch you next time with more USL League One soccer across the United States.
Copyrighted telecasts of the United Soccer League cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the express written consent of the United Soccer League.